It's an honor to be here. It's an honor to be a part of a great weekend, great players, but that is the worst basketball game ever played.
How do you fix it?
I don't know if you can fix it.
Yo, am I the only one that noticed this year's All-Star game stunk? No defense was played. No, they were shooting the ball from beyond half court, and it just felt like nobody wanted to win this game. And I'm tired of that. It just seems like the All-Star game has lost its edge, and all these things are going on. So I think I may have some solutions that can help them. So check out some of these things that I think would make the All-Star game live, man. It would change it and freshen it back up, because I know that's what the All-Star game needs. So it's your boy Brody, and y'all tapped into the Broadcast Network.
This is the Bro Garrett.
So with all the international influence that has come into the NBA and really thrived and succeeded, with Giannis, Luka, Jokic, all of them are spectacular players in the league. And I think something that will be a real cool idea, and, I haven't really heard people talk about this, and it may solve a few issues, actually, is move the game overseas. That will give people a way to see the game from places that aren't usually able to see it. So, have it in London maybe, or Paris, or Nigeria, somewhere, somewhere different every year. That way, so the complaints that you get now where players will do the load management and they'll sit out, and people will fly from millions, hundreds of millions, or whatever miles away, and they're crying and complaining because they're not able to see their favorite player. Well, now they'll have that chance because the game will come closer to them. And it's a way to also build bridges in these countries as well, because I know the NBA business, everybody want to build bridges somewhere. So, change the scenery would be nice. So the NBA has been thinking of ways to create a tournament for the midseason, and I feel like the All-Star time is the perfect time to do a tournament. So I have created what I like to call the All-Star tournament. That is 8 teams with 4 captains, and each of those teams will be 4 from the Eastern Conference, 4 from the Western Conference. And with those 4 captains, they will be able to select from a pool of 16 other players in their conference. And they'll take those 5 players, and they will play 10-minute pickup games throughout the weekend. So they'll play on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And with this, the winning team from the player who's the captain's conference is gets a home court advantage in the finals. And I think that's a cool wrinkle to add in there, because if you look at who typically are the captains for these teams, or even the most highest voted by the fans, it's players that are on the better teams in the conference. So why not allow them to be able to compete for something, but add the wrinkle of you can do this with other players that are on other teams. And I think the biggest rule to add, because I love the idea of having a draft every year, I think that's dope. I think it should be pickup style like they did kind of this year, where they just draft before the game. I love that. It brings it kind of a little bit back to what it should be anyway. But I think with this, the rule should be you cannot pick any of your teammates. Let's say another one of your teammates is voted as an all-star. You can't vote for you. You can't pick one of your teammates to play for you. I think that adds another wrinkle, fun, and it brings excitement to the game. Because I know, and even to the draft, because you see them play and they draft things out, and it's they always pick their teammates, and it's I'd rather see an all-star game where guys aren't playing with their teammates. So if you create a tournament and you add these sort of wrinkles to it, I think it would be a pretty dope thing to see. And the part about having that home court advantage in the finals, that adds even bigger wrinkles to it. So you know that the players are really going to take it seriously, because I think that's the biggest problem is these all-star games aren't competitive. And when you don't have a competitive basketball game, people see that and they don't like it, and it sucks. So let's create a tournament. let's make it for home court advantage in the finals. So has the NBA ever thought about just moving the All-Star game to another date? So I know that the All-Star game symbolizes kind of a break for the players, and that's cool. I do think that the players deserve a break during the middle of their season. They have a long season. I understand it. 82 games is a lot, but they could move the All-Star game to maybe the end of the season, have, like a mid-season break or whatever, but move the All-Star game to right after the finals, and they could do a lot with that. I think that the players, also, you look at these workouts during the summer, and these players are playing harder in the workouts than they are in the All-Star game. So why not kind of take advantage of that and say, all right, well, we're just going to move it to the end of the year. We're going to present awards there or whatever. And then also, I think what can be done with that as well is they could take the game outside. Since the season ends during the summertime, why don't you have the game somewhere outside? Take the game back to the root. Take it back to the blacktop. I think that would be a dope idea to have an all-star game in Rucker Park, or maybe the all-star game at the Drew League. Like, I feel like that's something that would bring another element to it because it would make it must-see, like, especially if you have a chance to go. You have to do that. But also, it's another viewing experience for the league because, you see these arenas sometimes. It's productions. It looks like a WrestleMania more so than a basketball game. So give the All-Star game a new look and take the game back outside, back to the essence and the root of the game. Have it in funky, weird, and odd places, man. So y'all tell me what y'all think in the comment section below. What do you think? Do you like the ideas that I have? Do you have ideas of your own? I want to hear them. Let me know. It's your boy, Roy the Bull, and I'm out. Peace. Thank you for listening to the Broadcast Network. It's your boy, Roy the Bull. Like, subscribe to the video. Thank you.